Assalamu alaikum, dear viewers. Emily Carter's journey from Christianity to Islam is a story of faith and transformation. Raised in a devout Christian family, her growing questions led her to explore Islam through her Muslim roommate, Aisha. Through prayer, study, and reflection, Emily found peace and purpose in her new faith, embracing Islam despite challenges. This is her inspiring journey from doubt to faith, bridging cultures and finding truth. Emily Carter had always been a seeker. Growing up in a small town in Ohio, she was raised in a devout Christian household. Sundays were reserved for church, where her family sat in the third pew, singing hymns and listening to sermons about God's love and salvation. Emily loved the sense of community, the warmth of the congregation, and the stories of Jesus that filled her with hope. But as she grew older, questions began to stir in her heart, questions that no one seemed able to answer. In high school, Emily's curiosity about the world deepened. She excelled in her studies, particularly in history and philosophy, and found herself drawn to discussions about faith, purpose, and the nature of God. She began to wonder why there were so many religions in the world, each claiming to be the truth. If Christianity was the only path to salvation, what about the billions of people who had never heard of Jesus? The more she questioned, the more she felt a growing disconnect from the faith she had once embraced so wholeheartedly. By the time she left for college in New York City, Emily had all but stopped attending church. The vibrant, diverse city opened her eyes to a world she had never known. She made friends from different cultures and backgrounds, each with their own beliefs and traditions. Among them was Aisha, her roommate, a practicing Muslim from Pakistan. At first, Emily was hesitant to engage in conversations about religion, fearing it might lead to tension. But Aisha's kindness, patience, and deep faith intrigued her. One evening, after a particularly challenging philosophy class, Emily found herself confiding in Aisha. "I just don't know what I believe anymore," she admitted, her voice trembling. "I feel like I'm losing my faith, but I don't want to. I just have so many questions." Aisha listened intently, then smiled gently. "It's okay to have questions, Emily. Islam encourages seeking knowledge. In fact, the first word revealed in the Quran was Iqra, read. Faith isn't about blind belief, it's about understanding and conviction." Intrigued, Emily began to ask Aisha about her faith. She learned about the 5 pillars of Islam, the concept of Tawheed, the oneness of God, and the emphasis on social justice and compassion. Aisha lent her a copy of the Quran, and Emily started reading it late at night, her heart racing as she discovered verses that spoke directly to her soul. The simplicity of Islam's message, worshiping one God, living a life of purpose, and striving to do good, resonated deeply with her. But embracing Islam wasn't an easy decision. Emily wrestled with doubts and fears. What would her family think? How would her friends react? She spent months researching, praying, and reflecting. She attended Friday prayers at a local mosque, where she was welcomed with open arms by the diverse Muslim community. She fasted during Ramadan, experiencing the discipline and spiritual growth it brought. And she continued to read the Quran, finding solace in its timeless wisdom. One crisp autumn morning, Emily made her decision. With Aisha by her side, she stood before the Imam and recited the Shahada, the declaration of faith. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa Allah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulallah. I bear witness that there is no God but Allah, and I bear witness that Muhammad is his messenger. Tears streamed down her face as she felt a profound sense of peace and belonging. Telling her family was one of the hardest things Emily ever did. Her parents were shocked and heartbroken, unable to understand why she would leave the faith they had raised her in. But over time, they saw the positive changes in her increased compassion, her commitment to charity, and her unwavering sense of purpose. Though they didn't fully understand her choice, they loved her and respected her journey. Emily's transformation wasn't just a change of religion, it was a rebirth of her entire being. She found a faith that answered her deepest questions and gave her a sense of direction. She became an advocate for interfaith dialogue, sharing her story to bridge gaps between communities. And through it all, she held on to the lessons of her Christian upbringing: love, kindness, and the pursuit of truth. From doubt to faith, Emily's journey was one of courage, discovery, and transformation. She had found her path, not by abandoning her past, but by building upon it, step by step, toward a brighter, more purposeful future. Assalamu alaikum, dear